All right, welcome to Breakthrough, or basically the experiment. So today it will all be about nutrition. What is the right nutrition? How do you should get nutrition for your training, no matter what kind of training you're doing, and why is it so important? I'm myself not a nutrition expert. I'm myself not a training expert. But what I really like is science. And in the description, you will find lots of links to more experts who are really looking into that and who have more elaborate videos about it. For now, I will just give you the basic things in a few minutes, why nutrition is that important, and yeah, let's dive directly into it. So, whenever you do training, whenever you do any kind of workout, you put stress on your body. Your body is producing radicals, your body is under a stressful situation. This is good if you don't overdo it. But the stressful situation also forces your body to restore, to recover. And you can improve recovery and you can bring your body in a better position if you keep track and take care of your nutrition. So nutrition is an essential part of training. And for me, training was always something going along, making fun, and I never took it too serious. I want to change that now with this experiment I'm doing for the YouTube channel. And for that, I never took care too much about nutrition. That changes now. So they're basically for all kind of weightlifting, there are two types of nutrition: cutting or bulking. For all terms of other sports, there are many more different types of nutrition depending on what you want to achieve. I will keep a little bit more on the weightlifting side, but the things which I explained to you will apply to many sports, so not just the weightlifting area. All right, for this human strength experiment, I wanted to bring myself in the best possible situation to start it. So what I did nutrition cutting. So what it means to eat less calories than you need for your daily regulatory mechanism. So you're losing weight. Why so? Because I had a little bit too much fat and I want to get rid of that. Everybody wants to get rid of it. But to do so, the only way to really do it is to have a negative caloric intake. That means I burn more calories than I consume day by day. And there are many ways to achieve that. You know all these different types of diets and stuff like that. This is a science channel, so I don't want to go into territory where science can't prove anything. The basic of you need to take less calories in than you burn is simple thermodynamics, so it's simple physics. It will work. There are food sources which might help you to burn more calories. There are food sources who might be worse because they increase appetite and so on. But in general, the most important thing is to have a negative caloric balance if you want to lose weight. If you want to increase weight, that's what I'm doing now again, you have to increase the caloric balance. So you have to surplus of calories. And that's something lots of people in the gym and also in sports are confused about, or they are confused why they don't get results. And that's the reason, because they are not whether they are trying to lose weight but they're eating too much, or eating like a maintenance level so they stay on the same weight, or they're trying to gain weight but they don't really take significant care on the diet and they don't eat enough, which means they can't gain weight. You can't increase your weight if you don't eat enough. Okay, that was a little bit of a long introduction, sorry for that, but the most important point is here: caloric deficit, you will lose weight. Caloric surplus, you will gain weight. Gaining weight means also gaining muscles and means better training performance. Okay, then if you have your calories sorted out, whether you want to lose weight or you want to gain weight, the next point is to get your macronutrients right. What are macronutrients? Macronutrients are proteins, carbohydrates, and fat. And just for health reasons, most publications show that cutting too much on the fat side can be bad, especially unsaturated fatty acids and stuff like that. They contribute very strongly to a healthy body and contributes therefore also strongly to a healthy or a better training performance. So, but of course, saturated fatty acids and stuff like that, they also can have, there are some studies which show that they have they can have slightly positive effects as well. But in general, you should keep more for unsaturated fatty acids, mainly from plant sources. Good examples are nuts or avocados or this kind of things. The second thing you have to take, the second macronutrient are proteins. Proteins are the holy grail of weightlifting and lots of sports because proteins are always associated with building. And it is. I mean, all the reactions in our body, all the enzymes, all the fibers we have, or all kinds of material in our body is built by proteins and is catalyzed by proteins. So they are tremendously important. And if you want to gain weight, if you want to gain muscle, if you want to keep muscle, you should take care of your protein balance. Just be warned that some of the recommendations you find out there have no significant scientific proof. And overdoing in proteins, of course, leads to a higher digestion of them, and can lead to problems with your kidneys. And also there are some studies with associate a too high level of proteins with an increase in IGF, so growth factors. And these growth factors, of course, are good for muscle gain, but they can also enhance cancer development on the long run. So take care. For myself, and that's also what a lot of weightlifting studies suggest, I keep it for 1.5 gram protein per day per kilogram to the max. So for me, that's 140 grams of protein, 150 grams of protein. I have to eat day by day, and that's good for me. But check out the literature. I will try to post some videos, especially from Jeff Nippert. He did a lot of things in this direction, and that's very exciting. The third macronutrient are carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are often, carbohydrates are often associated with gaining weight. The low carb diets are super, it's a super way of lifestyle right now and stuff. But carbohydrates are super important if you are doing any kind of training which needs a long endurance. So if you need any kind of weightlifting, or if you're doing any kind of endurance sports besides weightlifting, carbohydrate is important, especially for high intensity training, MMA, any kind of martial arts. If you play tennis, if you do high intensity runs and so on, you need the carbohydrates because they deliver you the energy on the short run. So carbohydrates can have a significant effect on the level of training intensity you can go for. So you should also pay attention to not cut too much on carbohydrates and then go for running, because that puts your body under huge stress. Okay, so first thing we discussed was you need a negative caloric balance if you want to lose weight. You need a positive caloric balance if you want to gain any kind of weight. If that's clear for you, if you just want to stay with the weight you have, take just a maintenance level of calories. After that, you have to focus on the macronutrients. So you need proteins to build any kind of tissue structure in your body. So proteins are important. The level of proteins depends highly on what you're trying to achieve. If you're trying to build muscles, you need more proteins. If you're trying to just just perform best in marathons or stuff like that, proteins are getting less important. Then we have fats. So fats are super important for health, for the building of hormones, of testosterone. If you're going for weightlifting again, fats are really important for that. So you should neither cut too much on fats just for health purposes, especially of unsaturated fatty acids. Also omega-3 from fish and so on is a very important source of fat. And then third, we have carbohydrates, and carbohydrates are really to give you the energy if you have high intensity work to do, high intensity training to do. So after caloric, you should take care of your macronutrients, and after you did your macronutrients right, so if you have enough fat, enough protein, enough carbohydrates, then you can think a little bit about the minerals you need and about the vitamins you need. And for that, I will keep it super easy because that's like a huge field by itself, as all of these topics I'm trying to push into this short video. Try to eat at least 2 to 4 pieces of any kind of fruit every day. Not 4 grapes, but like 4 portions of grapes or 4 apples, or just mix it up. And try to eat as many vegetables as possible. So this will deliver you just by the high nutritional value of them with enough minerals and vitamins. Be careful with all the supplementation which deliver minerals and vitamins, because often they can't really deliver you that, because they will just be transferred through your body. Especially multivitamin preparates are not the best thing to do. So that was very short on minerals and on the vitamin side. The other thing is supplementation. I just mentioned it shortly, but supplementation can improve your training if you already maxed out on your training schedule. I will discuss that next week. And if you already maxed out on your nutrition, supplements can give a little bit more of a boost, or can help you to get the right nutrition without changing the nutrition entirely. But still, they are extremely unimportant in comparison to your real nutrition. Scientifically proven, there are positive effects of, for example, fish oil capsules. I will also post a video and a study about that. So fish oil capsules have a high level of omega-3 fatty acids. If you eat twice a week fish, you're fine, you don't need them. If you don't, you can consider taking them just to increase your omega-3 level, which helps for general health improvements, especially cardiovascular, but also can help your recovery and your training. Fish oil capsules, I mean, if you want to gain weight, if you want to go to this high protein level, you should think of getting protein powder. There are some negative effects of protein powder, or suggested negative effects, mainly due to an over consumption of protein. So that's something you have to take into account. I will post something about that there, but it's a good supplement if you need to come to the high level of protein. And I know there will be comments about how wrong that is. Protein is good, protein is the best. That's not the whole truth. So there are also negative effects on that. And the third supplement, I think it's quite alright to take, and it's scientifically valued, is creatine monophosphate. So don't go for any of these new versions of creatine, but just go for the creatine monophosphate, the old one. Creatine is basically delivering or helping your muscle deliver energy under high loads. So if you do any kind of sprint work, if you do any kind of fast swims, if you do any kind of weightlifting, of these things, creatine monophosphate can help you activating your muscles for a longer period of time, which in the end helps you to become stronger, which helps you to perform better. So, and the good part about it, there are no proven scientific side effects on creatine monophosphate. So it is It is basically a very safe supplementation because our body produces it ourselves. There are some studies which might lead to a lower production of creatine monophosphate from your body if you supplement it. So that's something you have to take into concern. All right, so let's run through it. First, caloric intake. Second, the macronutrients. Third, vitamins and minerals. And fourth, supplementation. So if you get all of these things right, and they are the first ones are the most important ones for your training, not necessarily for your health, because for your health, minerals and vitamins are really, really important, also for recovery time and so. Then you're all set to go for the training. That's the nutrition part of it. So now to the human strength experiment. So what's happening right now with myself? I'm the test monkey, as you might remember. I prepared for this experiment by losing weight. So I went down 7 kilograms, so about 13, 14, 15 pounds. I'm still confused by these units. To go to a lean body, at least a linear body. So I had some excess fat I want to get rid of, because if you have a low fat percentage, starting out an experiment like that, starting out trying to gain strength, trying to get mass out of your body, the best out of your body, you need to have a low fat percentage, because that will help you. That will increase your insulin sensitivity, that will increase your testosterone, that will increase some necessary hormones, and it increases your performance just by having a lower body weight. So if you're not shredded yet, if you're not in a low body fat percentage, at least below 15%, think about first losing weight before gaining weight, if you want to gain weight at all. Otherwise, lose weight. How did I do it? I had a strong caloric deficit. I ate 700 to 1000 calories per day, less than usual. And besides that, I trained moderately. I didn't train too much volume. I didn't train too hard. I trained hard, but I trained short and hard, because my body can't recover as well as it can when I eat more calories. So I did that for 7 weeks or 6 weeks, 7 weeks as a preparation, lost this 6 to 7 kilograms. And then I took 1 week training off and 1 week maintenance calories. I stayed with what my body needs. How do you actually know what your body needs? There are multiple calculators. I will post 1 or 2 of them down there. They are kind of accurate. So then you know your maintenance calories. For me, for example, maintenance is 2,700 calories plus the calories I need for my training. All right. So I shredded down a bit. I'm on 15% body fat. I measure that with a caliper. And after you did that, after you shredded down, or after I shredded down, I took maintenance calories, and now I'm ready for the actual training. What means the actual training? Now I'm ready to gain strength, gain weight, gain muscle. So I'm going in a caloric surplus. So I'm increasing the caloric level by 300 to 500 calories a day than what I need. So that will help my body to recover faster, to keep going longer, and to be strong. So that's what I just started actually on Monday, so 2 days ago. And so far so good. I did 3 training sessions. So Monday I played 1 hour tennis. It's kind of a mixture of endurance and a little bit of high intensity, going with a very high heart rate. We'll explain more about all these training things in the next video, no worries. And I did some weightlifting in the evening on Monday. So trained a focus on my chest, on my triceps, on my shoulders, with a secondary focus on my biceps and on my back, so upper body. And I did some training, some weightlifting yesterday. We're focused on my legs, especially my quads. and my calves, and some abs work on the same side, with a secondary focus on my ischiocroral muscles, so the backside of my legs. So it's super tough because I go for a high volume training. I go for multiple sets with high repetition. Why I chose for this training I will explain also in the next video. And today I'm just going for some beach volleyball, followed up by weightlifting and tennis tomorrow, and weightlifting on Friday, followed up by hiking on Saturday, and a recovery training on Sunday. The recovery training is list training. I will also explain that next week. So there are multiple forms of training, especially in endurance, but also in weightlifting. I want to talk about next week. And I hope you like this video about nutrition. I have still some technical problems because problems with my laptop. So this was done with my cell phone, and therefore the description of the video will come a little bit later. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you next week for my video about the right training for the right person at the right time. All right, guys, see you next week.